Greg is the CEO of Halogen Media.
Okay, let's start with a poll. Who would like a American Express black card? Hands up. Who would like a high clout score? All right, okay. So here's the good news. In the future, a high clout score will be more valuable than an Amex black card. And you can earn it and not need to buy your way in. So this card got me an upgrade on Saturday at the Hyatt at Lake Tahoe. $50 breakfast coupon as well. Okay, this clout score did not. My clout score sucks. Right? So who's got a clout score here over 50? 2 in the back. Okay, guys. I want you to make another one there.
What's a clout score?
That's a great question. Okay. Well, we got a lot. Can I get double the time, maybe? Got a lot of work to do here. Okay. Well, I'll get to that because my peer index score sucks as well. And I figured that out because you look at that chart in the middle, that graph, and I got no blue. Right? I need blue. Right? It's got to grow out. It's called an infographic, if you know what that is. Hopefully. Okay. Good news. Clout is a measure of social influence. It's a measure of your ability to influence others on the open and social web. This brand, Food 52, is less than a year old and now has a higher clout score than over a 50-year-old food brand. Again, good news. Fashionista is about 4 years old, 3 editors, all can get paid probably less than $60,000 a year. They have more social influence with brands and their audience than a fashion brand that's probably 75 years old. So what's going on? We can now access the power middle of influence. If you're a technology brand, you fret about Walt Mossberg or Pete Cashmore at Mashable or Pogue in the New York Times. And you also fret about, do I have enough fans and followers on Facebook and Twitter? What's really powerful now is technology tools and measurement systems allow us to understand social influence. And the power middle are people like us, social publishers, bloggers, people on Twitter with followers that can really move the needle in aggregate for brands. This is the most dramatic change to come to marketing ever, in my opinion. So Galloway, Professor Galloway, was probably using a textbook when he first started teaching, whenever that was. I mean, it was, 20, I don't know, anyway. Man, I think it was a textbook. That had an old funnel, an old marketing funnel. Classic, right? Think about beauty and auto. A lot of spending at the top of the funnel. Create brand awareness, drive people into the store, a tremendous amount of investment at the point of sale, beauty counters in department stores, fancy auto dealerships. Traditional marketing funnel, and every marketing professor here at Stern probably teaches some variation of this. Blow it up. Blow it up. It does not work. It's not relevant for the decade ahead of us. It was relevant for the decade behind us. Great article, HBR, called You're Spending All Your Money in the Wrong Places. If your marketing professor doesn't put it on the assigned reading, ask why and just go read it yourself. Because this is what we need to deal with as marketers, as brand managers, and in fact, managing our own brand, right, our own career. So I would suggest that the new funnel is something like a wine glass. A constant consideration process that you're inside of this wine glass and you're inside this wine glass with everybody else that's influencing you. All these other sources of opinions and influence and ideas and consideration. Inside of Tumblr, inside of Twitter, inside of Facebook, your favorite blog, comments on a review website. And that once you get through the wine glass and actually purchase, you immediately go back into those social environments and talk about it. Brand marketing used to be based on the theory that once you bought, they might follow up 2 or 3 months later or a year later with a customer survey and try to get one quote from you about how you love your car or how you love, something, right? It doesn't work that way anymore. You immediately go back and talk about it, which is why brands are spending their money in all the wrong places, because they've been spending their money in the top and the bottom of the funnel. This freaks brands out. Should freak all of us out in some way. Here's, in my opinion, the 2 reasons. There's a list here, but focus on 2. Algorithms are in control. About not just our search results now, but about our social influence, because cloud is an algorithm. The Facebook news that you see in your feed is driven by a Facebook algorithm called EdgeRank. The Amazon books you're being recommended, the Amazon books that rise up the bestseller list are based on algorithms, on consumer behavior and consumer action. So it's out of our control as marketers. It takes time. Brand marketing in the old way worked quickly. Have a lot of money, spend it fast, move the needle immediately. And in a recession with impatient CEOs, this kind of marketing can be a challenge because it takes time. Social media, earned media, reputational marketing takes a while. Your clout score will not go up overnight, right? It will eventually go up. And finally, you need to hire different kinds of people. So if you're going to focus on marketing here at Stern, I would encourage you to embrace some of these concepts. Because right now we have 25 open jobs here in New York for my company, and we can't find people who understand this stuff. It's a steep but very short learning curve. And if you get up that learning curve, I think you're very valuable in the marketplace once you leave Stern. So, some predictions. It's going to get better. Everybody's bashing Clout and Peer Index and all these guys. It's imperfect. It's an algorithm. It doesn't work. You can game it. Yes, all that's true. But they said that about Google and Yahoo search results a decade ago and 15 years ago. So it'll get much better. It will go offline. In fact, it already has. You check into certain casinos. They know your Clout score. They give you an upgrade because they know you're influential. And there's a chance you might tweet or Facebook status or something about your positive experience at Caesars. So it's already gone offline. And you're going to be walking in malls soon where there'll be offers for people with high influence scores. We're only a year or so away from that starting to happen. But it's going to make the web better. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think Google search results are starting to really fatigue in terms of being useful because everybody's learned how to game the Google search engine after 15 years. So I'd like my search results to be ranked by the influence of the person who's delivering the content. Are they influential in their topic? Do other people think that they really understand this topic? Not someone who offshore built a content factory to flood Google with search results around a certain search term. So I think your social score, so now you know what it is, you need to get one, will determine if you get asked out in dates, if you get a test drive, if you get free shipping, if you get the offer that the brand wants to extend to you, because they know you will amplify. They know if it's a positive experience, you will talk about it into your social graphs. If you get the interview, we interview, all things being equal, on 2 resumes that hit our desk, we interview the people that use hashtags, Clout scores, blog URLs, anything that indicates they understand the future of marketing, not the past of marketing. So they get the interview. And finally, I think we'll see name tags in classrooms with peer index or social influence scores on them. And you'll get called on first maybe by professors, or your classmates might listen to you out the gate because you come into school establishing you actually have a point of view and some authority about which you speak rather than just want to consume airtime and drive up your participation rank in the classroom. So I encourage you, particularly if you're into marketing, but even if you're not into marketing, really study this stuff. And I don't mean know what inference algorithm means or what an earned media means. I mean, like, really get into it if it's intriguing to you. Become a student of it. It is immensely valuable, I believe, to marketers, ad agencies, and everybody else trying to help brands connect with consumers going forward. So really become a student of what the new funnel is. Whether you think it's a wine glass, I'm from Northern California. We spend a lot of time in Napa, so we use wine glasses a lot, or whatever sort of works for you in terms of an analogy. How am I doing on time? Oh, good. I'm done. I got one last thing to say. That's 30 seconds. So, you can't fix a bad product with great social media. And then the last point. So get offline. So I caught up with a friend of mine who's the CEO of a $3 billion company. He's a friend from business school from 15 years ago. He and I have been emailing and, little Facebook status once in a while, trying to keep in touch. And I finally got 2 hours with him to get some advice about my business. And it reminded me that nothing replaces great time with trusted influencers and advisors. So get offline and get time with others. All right, thank you. Thanks, guys.